All right, we're what, 6 years into Apex Legends? What if you're a new player? Just somebody new who's never played this game. You boot up the game, you're a new player, and yes, you can queue, go through some tutorials, and you rush through it because you just want to play the game. But where in the world do you learn about what Apex Legends is and what is the lore? Sure, I remember doing a tutorial, and it kind of explains a little bit of it, and yeah, I played Titanfall 1 and 2, but what about those even returning to the game? Maybe you forgot the lore, maybe you weren't even that invested, maybe you kind of need that refresher. I mean, I don't remember every subplot of the Titanfall universe, but you want to get invested. I mean, that's kind of where my solution is. It's the answer of this video. We need lore inside of Apex Legends, where we as casual learners of the game's lore can delve into. Because I'm not an advanced user by any means. I mean, I've been playing this game 6 years, but I play the game, I don't learn about the lore. I mean, yeah, you can go to Google, a tab, you know, something that loads up is what I'm looking for though, a document. I mean, they've had comics in the game before. Why can't I read those? Anything? You know what's wild? I went to the Apex Legends website and it's bare bones. The lore is literally missing. You get an error that says 404 error. That just is mind-boggling to me. Imagine if I said to learn more about Batman, you need to go to Google instead of just having the lore in the game itself or story progression. Just imagine loading up your Batman, you start beating up people and nobody explains what you are or what you do. You're just Batman. I mean, I guess it kind of is Batman, but I mean, listen, the whole story of Batman to begin was how he became Batman, and he's kind of insane, right? Now, granted, yes, this is a multiplayer game, but if I'm a new player, when going through the menus, the only place I understand that there is lore is the bio of the character. Nothing else. What is Apex Legends? Why do they fight? Honestly, I've played this game, like I said, 6 years. I don't even understand the lore of this game sometimes, or why stuff is happening. I mean, I get bits and pieces. I understand some character interactions, map changes, you know, dramas going on with the Apex games, cinematics, you know. I even at one point, Watson died. And I'm not even sure if that actually really happened, if that was pretend, if that was an alternate universe. The only thing I can think of doing is literally going to Google and looking up the lore of Apex Legends. And then, again, I'm not in Apex Legends. One thing I remember doing growing up, makes me sound old, was sitting for hours when I beat Arkham Asylum and sitting down listening to the recordings of each villain and reading the story, hearing more of Kevin Conroy's voice, doing the extra things, just anything to get more enveloped into Arkham Asylum.
So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink cards again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sharpie, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, Cloud.
It was amazing. Where's that in Apex Legends? I feel like, I mean, let's be honest, every game has this issue, you know? Where's Fortnite's? I mean, some of you even understand the lore of Fortnite. I mean, it was a whole different game, you know, Fortnite saved the world, right? The whole single player experience before. Okay, I'm off track. Well, then again, my solution, there's literally years of events and comics. I know adding these into the menus would bog the system down, but they did say now that all the skins don't load at once. So what if something to launch that could be drawn if players clicked on it, kind of like the skins? It only pulls up if we engage with it, instead of trying to load all of the lore at once. I won't lie, I actually would sit here and learn more, be more invested in the characters if I realized I could, you know, look through YouTube. And the biggest problem is people get their lore through voice lines. I mean, that's kind of where I'm realizing, right? Which is great. But what about the foundation of this game? Let's go back again. Through the years, the comics, the custom instances, the events, the stories that we've had. Now, I don't expect the full-on events. You know, they had like the Lobo one, they had the Watson one, just as an example, right? Even like the Revenant, you know, multiplying itself. But even a summary of what occurred would be amazing. Here's the best summary I could find online, just looking at like wiki Apex Legends. Apex Legends are focused on stories of various legends that participate in the Apex games. Okay, well, I mean, you load up the game, you kind of get that. Highly popular televised blood sport that is owned by a mysterious mercenary syndicate managed by their Apex Games Commission, headed by Mr. Blisk, which is a name I recognize from Titanfall. Why? What are they? Is just for fun? I don't get that. The Apex games were initially hosted on Kings Canyon, an island located on planet Solos. Construction of the arena for the games commenced sometime in 2727 and was finished a year after which time the games presumably started. The arena at Kings Canyon was used for 124 seasons, which is kind of interesting because, okay, we started in KC, until attack on the island, which is why we kind of see like the wildlife stuff change. The match then in progress is halted, Legends evacuated, Syndicate suspended the games, and they see blah, 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 blah. We kind of get where each season kind of evolves, but why? What's their end goal? How much money do they make? You know, I could kind of imagine it's like a Hunger Games kind of situation. Are they actually risking their lives? Are they sending an avatar in? I've heard some rumors about that. And I don't even know. How do I play this game so much and I don't know this? I know some of the characters' lore, like poor Watson, you know, story about her father, you know, she created the ring, like, you know, but that should be more interweaved about like how it started, you know, and where these characters, you know, why they keep going back. If they got money, why do they keep going back? You know, like I know Ballistic came back, right? Because you didn't want his son to take his, you know, go in the games. Are they that scary? Is it that risky? Is this Squid Game but Apex Legends? You see the issue here? Like, it doesn't explain why you fight. What is the purpose? The game just holds up because the gameplay is amazing, but they're integrated with the larger world of Titanfall, which is why I understand like Titanfall players are so frustrated. Titanfall 1 and 2 has amazing lore, and I think that Apex has done a really good job of that when they talk about, you know, predators and they put the heirlooms and they give story. But where is the deeper lore, and can I just read it somewhere that's accessible? I mean, even it seems silly to say, well, just go play Titanfall 1 and 2 again and get more of that story. Yeah, sure. It's like saying from a new Marvel movie, go watch a whole season of a TV show and then 15 films to understand what's happening today. That's just bad writing, right? Now, I know I suck at understanding the lore of Apex Legends, but I do understand writing. I mean, I went to school for acting and stuff like that, so I understand character development to a certain degree, right? But even then, it just doesn't feel as cohesive. I know when I get invested into the story of a character, and to be honest, like let's look at the business side of this. If people were invested into the world more, would they be more interested in investing into skins, right? Because they would actually represent the lore and story. I know like Bangalore's would be like an example, but still, it just feels like it's missing that piece. And I've always wanted to make this video. It's not a very long video, but I've wanted to just to kind of hit this point pretty hard, because more than ever now, the servers are upgraded. What happens when you do good work? You get more work. So I'm just kind of mentioning it. I want your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, kind of hearing this little rant. But hey, I come up with an idea, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, everybody.